On this week's episode, royal author Robert Jobson reveals Prince William's, well, let's call it passionate side, the latest A-listers named in the Unsealed Epstein documents, and why I think the royal family should give Prince Andrew the boot. These are my LA Diaries. Well, it's certainly not the way that the royal family wanted to start the new year. In what we refer to as a fluid situation in a newsroom, the recently unsealed documents related to Virginia Guiffre's 2015 civil lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, well, those documents have wreaked havoc on not only the royal family, but the news cycle. On Wednesday morning, I was reporting that according to America's News Nation outlet, the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York confirmed the Epstein documents would not be made public until at least January 22nd, after a judge granted a 30-day extension to a Jane Doe to consider her appeal to remain anonymous. Yet, by Wednesday night, a portion of the documents were in fact released, with us reading, then rereading, what about Stephen Hawking? CNN reported that there was nothing earth-shattering within the paperwork. Of course, American media focusing on former President Bill Clinton's enthusiasm for younger women. Although anyone who lived through the 90s would find this the least shocking accusation, as we would categorize his interest in women as anyone, well, with a pulse. We see you, Paula Jones. We love you, girl. While the unsealed documents feature a ton of high-profile names, few are accused of any crimes. Jeffrey Epstein's brother spoke to the New York Post about the latest drop and strain on his legacy. Mark Epstein told the publication that he doesn't think blackmail tapes exist, but says he's sure heard a lot of gossip. The brother said, Jeffrey used to tell me when something interesting or particularly something funny happened because he could share it with me and he knew it wouldn't go anywhere. Though, he said he didn't want to smear anyone by leaking any detailed stories. The Post notes that Mark admitted his brother was a gossip and supplied him with a long list of salacious anecdotes about the high and mighty and rich and famous of society. From royals to politicians, Jeffrey Epstein's social circle looked similar to the Met Gala's invite list. Former President Bill Clinton's name appears approximately 70 times in the newly released documents, though he's not accused of anything illegal. As part of a 2016 testimony, alleged victim Johanna Sjoberg reflected on Epstein telling her that Clinton likes them young, meaning girls. Clinton has since tried to distance himself from the scandal-plagued perv and stresses that he never visited Epstein's island. But are 70 mentions really necessary for a casual acquaintance? Inquiring minds want to know. Former President Donald Trump is mentioned 4 times with little to no meaningful gossip. And Prince Andrew, well, we're going to get to him later, is not the only royal found within the highly anticipated paperwork. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, apparently had an affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. Sjoberg claiming in her testimony that she met the pop star at Epstein's Palm Beach estate. Now, magician David Copperfield, talk about a throwback, was once seen at an elite Epstein dinner party. Sjoberg said he questioned me if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls. Whether or not he was referring to the pedo pyramid scheme is unknown. Naomi Campbell finds herself within the mix. Virginia testified in 2016 that Maxwell sent her to fornicate with the owner of a large hotel chain in France around the time of Naomi Campbell's birthday party. Year unknown, yet pictures of the two emerged on a yacht in the French Riviera in 2001. Campbell said in 2019 that she sometimes socialized with Jeffrey Epstein, but she was not friends with him and his actions were indefensible. That's not the only bizarre celebrity shout out. How about Leonardo DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, Cameron Diaz, Bruce Willis? No, it's not the bargain bin at Blockbuster Video. It's apparently just names of Hollywood celebrities that Jeffrey Epstein would drop to impress the throngs of teenage girls around him that no one was concerned about. Last but not least, Prince Andrew. Ranty Andy. What the heck were you thinking? Never in my life did I think in covering the royal family, I would have to use words like, well, let's just say smorgy on live television. I signed up for tall and tiaras, not smorgies. One woman, identified as Jane Doe number 3, testified that she was forced to fornicate with the prince when she was a minor in 3 separate geographical locations. One included Ghislaine Maxwell's London apartment somewhere in New York City and on Epstein's private island in a smorgy with multiple underage girls. Now, behind closed doors, Prince Andrew continues to maintain his innocence and insists that he only settled with Virginia to kill the story and allow his mother a peaceful platinum jubilee. But to the public, it is guilt by association. I have said it before and I will say it again. I believe that Prince Andrew is a much bigger liability to the British royal family than Harry and Meghan. These accusations are vulgar, reckless, disturbing, concerning. They are criminal. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but thank God the Queen is not here to witness such destruction to an institution that's endorsed by the Church of England. No one is perfect, but these accusations are vile, and someone in his position should know better. I hope the allegations are not true, but the damage is done, and it's time for the royal family to distance themselves from Andrew and protect an already struggling brand. Notably absent names from the list so far that were publicly speculated are comedian Jimmy Kimmel, to Aaron Rodgers' disappointment, Elon Musk, and Microsoft's Bill Gates, currently in the clear. According to multiple media reports, documents and names will likely continue to be released over the next month, depending on appeals filed by anonymous individuals featured throughout the documents. On a lighter note, our friend Robert Jobson shared some behind-the-scenes secrets about the Prince and Princess of Wales. And while the headlines might seem a little aggressive, am I wrong for interpreting them as passionate? The New York Post headline reads, Prince William and Kate Middleton have heated fights due to his short fuse. Have you seen the stories surrounding this family lately? I'd have a short fuse too. On the rocks, make it a double. The Post reports the writer penned in his book, The Making of a Modern Monarch, that the future king and his wife, Kate Middleton, their words, not mine, she's the Princess of Wales, y'all, have often had heated fights, and he can be a bit of a shouter when he loses it. Jobson says William could have quite extreme mood swings, just as his late mother, Princess Diana, did. She could be your best friend one minute and the next your worst enemy. While I would argue that tempers are also a fairly common Mountbatten-Windsor male trait, Jobson softens the blow by adding that Catherine is, on the whole, a major calming influence on Prince William. Somewhere in Montecito, Prince Harry is saying, see, I told you he broke my necklace. Jobson goes on to describe the Prince and Princess of Wales's marriage as solid and explains that Catherine gives Prince William confidence. The author stresses that there is no jealousy, no friction. They are happy for each other's successes. I, too, am happy for their successes. The next time Prince Andrew needs a ride to church, maybe you guys could call a cab. Do you think the royal family should distance themselves from Prince Andrew after the latest Epstein document drop? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to TalkTV on YouTube, and tell a friend.